What's going on? I'm David Page. This is my wife, Stephanie. We are musicians and we are currently contracted to perform on board the Norwegian Viva. And today we are ported here in Barcelona, Spain. Back home, we would perform up to 3 hours with our band, and in 3 hours we would need approximately 40 songs, maybe 50, in order to get through a night. The nice thing about performing on land is that when you perform the following day in a different town, or maybe the following week, you're not gonna have the same people there to see your show night after night after night. So we played pretty much the same set of songs all the time. Our last contract, our ship was making 4 and 5 day sailings, and with one night off every cruise, that meant that we were only performing 3 or 4 nights. About 45-minute sets. We did 3 to 4 every night. We needed about 150 songs to get through an entire cruise without having to repeat too many. Moving into ship life, we had to really expand our repertoire in order to go from 50 to like 150 or 200 songs. It was a big jump for us, but we were able to do the majority of that preparation before we even got to the ship. The itinerary for the Viva is very different. We are sailing anywhere between 9 and 13 days. So with one night off, there's 12 days of music that we have to be prepared to play. Coming out of one contract and moving into another, we didn't necessarily have the time to expand our repertoire up to 400, 500 songs. For us to be able to read a chart and just play the songs down would really be no big deal. That's pretty easy for us to do. But to be fully rehearsed with the tracks and be memorized on all of our lyrics, we didn't have the time to get completely performance ready on every single song. So as we're going through this contract in the first couple of sailings, we're spending the majority of our time off the ship downloading charts, downloading tracks, and making sure that we are adding all the songs that we need to be adding to give the best experience to the guests on the ship. Most of the time when we get off the ship, we'll stop at a place like this, grab ourselves something to drink, and get free Wi-Fi in order to make sure that we are able to download all the charts we need and download any of the tracks that we need to pick up so that we can be prepared for the shows that we're putting on. As entertainers on a cruise ship, there's an expectation that each set is its own compact show, which means that throughout the course of an 11-day sailing with one night off, we have 30 different shows to put on. In any one of our sets, we might be playing somewhere between 2 and 5 songs that we don't have fully memorized yet. So we might be reading charts down, we might be performing with that track for the first time. In every single show, there's a little bit of an element of surprise and a little bit of an element of winging it and kind of figuring it out as we go. Cheers, my love. Sangria. That's spectacular. It's so good. As prepared as we are as musicians, it's really difficult to be fully prepared to perform any one of our 30 different shows completely from memory. Having said all that, performing at our best and being able to deliver a performance-ready show is really important to us, and so we've been working really hard in pretty much all of our hours that we're not actually performing on stage at rehearsing new material and adding new songs. When you combine the sheer number of new songs that we are performing on top of the fact that there is an expectation of perfection in musicianship, it puts a lot of pressure on us. You know, if someone were to get 10% of the answers incorrect on a test, they would still get an A, they would still be considered one of the top performers in their class. However, if I were to get 10% of the notes incorrect in a guitar solo, that would be pretty much considered a complete failure. All right, our food is here, so we're gonna take a little break and we're gonna enjoy our tapas and our sangria, and our paella is coming soon. That food was really good, but getting back to the video, one of the things that we found that's a little bit more challenging about this contract over our last contract with the longer sailings is that we're still only getting 1 day off per sailing. So now that our cruises are 11 days, 12 days, out of those 12 days, we're still only getting 1 day off. So it's a lot of days in a row of singing. Stephanie saw something shiny in a window. But we found her now.
I've been staring at the sky for far too long. I need to change my ways. I've been going crazy as I dream my life away. I want it all.
The number of songs that you perform throughout a sailing is going to vary. It's going to vary based on the type of artist that you are. It's going to vary based on the type of sailings that you do. But we've found that there are a bunch of people who like to come see us perform every single night. And so in order to make sure that they're having the best possible time, we like to make sure that we're prepared with enough music that we're not repeating unnecessary songs. If someone requests something, obviously we'll play it. If a song really means something to someone, they want to hear it again, we're happy to repeat a song. But we want to make sure that we're not just repeating songs because we don't have the repertoire to fill it. Having said all that, we're about to go on stage and play a couple songs that we don't have memorized yet, so let's go do it.